like Pinocchio. We gon' tell you the truth and nothing but the truth.
Gangsta chronic players, this is not your average show.
You at a funeral, man.
Mm-hmm.
You get shot.
Right.
Was that your first time getting shot?
Oh, no. Nah.
How many times you been shot total?
Oh, shit. I lose count. I think it's 5 or 6. I shot one in the face, one right here, that's 3. One right here, that's 4. And one right here in the foot, that's 5. So one in the face, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All as the result of gangbanging, huh?
Yes, sir. You know what I mean? Knock on wood, shit. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Survival. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, survival, man. You know what I tell people, because people tend to have an opinion about gangbangers and people. I think, man, some people can't help but become who they are because of their environment.
Right.
Especially you, because it's like I didn't never know you to have no. I'm pretty sure you had parents. You got parents.
Right.
But I always just known of you just 40, like raised yourself. He's a grown man at 12.
Yeah, pretty much. That's where I come from. You know what I mean? I left from my parents when I was like still damn near a baby, a kid. So it was like I was on the streets homeless. That's why I didn't go to school. I didn't do a lot of that shit because I was out on the street. So when everybody waking up to go to school, I'm looking sad, like, because I know if I go to school, we going up there and hang out, whatever, da-da-da, but I'm going to jail. You know what I'm saying? School police catch me, you know what I'm saying? I'm ass out, and I got to go to juvie. And my mom going to come get me. You feel me? If she came got me then, because I was bad as hell, so she was like, you know, my mom loved me. I love my mom, you know what I'm saying? It's just me. I guess that was my destiny, you know what I'm saying, for me to go figure out who I was.
Now, did you ever have a relationship with your father?
Yeah, I had a relationship with my father, but he wasn't here. You feel me? My father was back in Texas. So, like, all I remember when I was little, how I grew up, my grandmother was damn near my mother because she had 16 kids, and my mom left to go try to get right so she can get us a place to stay or whatever, and she went to California. But I don't remember that part. All I remember is being the kid. And my grandma, I'm looking at her like she my mama. And then when I found out my mama is, I'm like, I got a mama too. Because all my cousins got mamas, you feel me? But all my cousins, like I said, she has 16 or 17 kids, brothers and sisters. So a lot of them still live in one big house. And we stayed there with them, me and my brother. And then all their kids will be there too. So it's like house full of like my grandma's grandkids, you feel me? And we all in there. And it was like, all my cousins had their mamas and shit and everything, but my daddy used to come through, so I'm knowing my daddy more. So I remember my dad, you feel me? And then when I'm like, I go to my cousin's house with my dad's side cousins, I'm like, damn, everybody got their mama. Like, where's mine? You feel me? So when I remember they gave me an address and I didn't know how to write mail, and my grandpa would make my auntie write it for me. She was around our age. She was like, my auntie was... She was closer to our age. She was the youngest out of all of them. So she would have to write my letters, and I would tell her what to write. And she would write my mom to California, telling her what I want. You know what I'm saying? And then when she'd write me back, I'd be waiting for the mailbox. You feel me? Yeah. So when she finally came to pick us up, it was like exhilarating. Then she flew us to L.A. Boom. I flew with Sonny Bono wrote me out here. Rest in peace. Cher husband. Solid, you know what I mean? He loved the shit out of me. He used to call and check in on me, all that. But back then, he was a kid, you know what I'm saying? You had a chaperone. He was like, I'm going to chaperone him, you know what I'm saying? So he flew us in. I got my mom, and we stayed in East L.A. I think it was 18th Street Hood over by MacArthur Park, and that's where we was at. So we used to dump it trash. That's when we got introduced into the gang banging, and we only like 4 or 5, you feel me? And it's like, nigga, you in a straight fadio, nigga. I'm talking about, I remember the G nigga that was running everything. His name was Chuco. Yeah, Chuco, he'd be cool with you next minute. Next minute, he look at you like a little black motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And he making this, when we go to dump the trash, they always be back there, and by the trash bins, a gang of them motherfuckers, and like, fight. And they just fight. We had to fight every time we went back there to dump the trash. And we better not tell our mom. I used to be like, fuck.
So that was your introduction to gangbanging,
Oh,
so to
yeah.
speak.
You had to fight.
So to speak. So then y'all moved out to Colton, I presume.
Yeah. From L.A., then we finally, my aunties and them was out here in Bloomington and shit in the IE. And, you know, my mom, she followed my auntie and her brother, you know what I'm saying? So she got us out here, moved out here to the IE. And like San Bernardino and all that stuff. So then we base landed in the heart, San Bernardino City, you feel me? And then from there, you know what I'm saying, that's how the transition came to Colton and shit like that. And it was just like, damn, it's the foundation.
So you were there, so when you started really, when did you become aware of what Colton of the 2 C's was?
I want to say 6th grade.
6th grade?
Probably think 6th, going to the 7th.
So all of these are just your classmates, people you going to school with, people you playing pretty much on the swings and the throwing rocks and stuff with.
Yeah, not even that. Yeah, well, back where we live, my best friend, my homie K9, Loki big brother, I used to be with him. And, you know, he's young too, but his big brother is Big Stank and so forth on. That's like my big bro, you feel me? So it was like he started the transition. Me and him always together. So that's what it would be. So when we go around the older niggas and we at his house, everybody's here, you feel me? And we like boom. And that's what we started being, you feel me? And from that point on, it was like, it's where we at today, you feel me?
So it's just like a community thing, man.
Yeah. I mean, the hood was like all fucking fam, you feel me? Everybody love, you feel me? But over years, shit transitions, shit changes, you feel me? But you don't believe that when, you know, you always got older niggas that tell you like, you know, hey, your homies at your homies, you gonna see when you get up. But when you, after you listen a while, then you start grasping like, man, these old motherfuckers be. That's why I listen to old motherfuckers, because they got more knowledge. You know, I love chopping it with old niggas, man, because you gonna get game. They been here longer than you. They done seen a lot of shit. You feel me?
Yeah, for real.
And they can guide you with a lot. And I think that's how I got a lot of my survival. They guided me a lot. You know what I'm saying? I paid attention. They didn't even have to guide me. I paid good attention. So looking at them and watching patterns, I learned and I observed, and I'm a pattern watcher. So I see shit tunnel vision, and then I grasp it and I put it with my own thoughts and my own hustle, and then I just go. You feel me?
Yeah, exactly. Now, through this association, you became somewhat a target of the Colton Police Department.
Oh, yeah. Hating my guts. Well, when I got here, see, people don't know the situation behind it. When I got here, when I was in elementary, and then we got up in so many grades. I had this teacher called Coach Gayton, because I was fucking up in school, and then they put me in fucking some shit called opportunity. So, you know, you're in the school, but you're away from everybody. You don't get to have lunch with everybody, nothing like that, you feel me? So, he was the coach of the football team, so he's like coach of like a lot of motherfuckers that went to the NFL now, but like Pedo, I think Pedo name was Chris Hayes. It was a gang of them, man. I want to say Ronnie Lott. A lot of them went there. Ronnie Lott or shit like that, and it was just like Coach Gayton was the coach, and he was also my teacher for opportunity. So now we bang, and you know he ain't feeling me. So me and him be getting into it. I end up getting expelled. Then this motherfucker leaves from San Bernardino and becomes the mayor of Colton. That's where I'm from. So he instantly put task force on me. So they always trying to catch me with guns. I'm doing my thing, and bruh, it was just a slew. And then they end up shooting me. You know what I mean? I got a shootout with the motherfuckers. All kind of shit. They was locking me up left and right. Then they working with all the other agencies in every city in LA and everything. They just on my ass.
Yeah, you went right into the next question I was going to ask you. I was going to ask you about the shootout.
Yeah, Well, that right there, you know, it happened. My homie got shot. A whole bunch of anger, cracking in. You know, they got shot up. I got shot. Motherfuckers took me to the county. I was in a wheelchair. Sat that motherfucker for a while to give me like $1 million something bail. And shit, after a while they end up dropping it and let me go. I guess because the officer, when he shot me, when I hit the corner, so the way the sheriff was like, he was like, I know what you did. He's like, you ain't gonna tell, I know what you did. He said, I found all your shell casings around the corner. And then I found your gun up in this house over there. And he's like, you know what I'm saying? You like got your fingerprints, da-da-da. And he like, he said, when you hit that corner, that officer said in his report, he said, I'm the sheriff. We investigate the officers. That's how I learned about it. See how I told you I soak up game? He's like, we the ones give the gun permits, and we give the gun permits to the police. We supervise them. And the only reason you getting out this shit is because that motherfucker lied on his report. He said you shot at him. That's why he shot you. You emptied all your shells around that corner. And when you bent that corner, he started firing on you. I ain't say nothing. I'm like, man, I don't know what you're talking about. He's like, nah, motherfucker, you know what I'm talking about. He's a white man. He wasn't on my side. You feel me? He's like, I'm not on your side, motherfucker. I want you in for what you shot up when you tried to kill us out there, da-da-da. I'm like, man, I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't do that. That was allegedly. You know what I'm saying? So then the motherfuckers was like, I get to attempted murder of a police officer or whatever because nobody got killed. But they was like, oh, you shot up our cars and da-da-la-la-la. Just bullshit. So they end up dropping the shit, and he was just like, when I bent the corner, but when I did bend it, I was running, and I remember when I ran, the bullets flickering, pop, pop, hitting the wall like that, bro. I'm watching them spark, and I'm dipping. And right when I'm dipping, I go to run into a house. Flow! I feel my leg jerk. I'm like, what the fuck? So I get in there, and I'm like, tell my homie, like, I think I'm hit. Pat myself, no blood, though. He's like, man, you tripping. You just a drilling pump. I'm like, nah, I'm trying to tell my big homie. I'm like, nigga, I'm hit. I'm telling you, I know I'm hit. You feel me? And then I was like, boom, then look, that shit just, I'm like, fuck. I was like, man, I gotta run. I gotta get to a hospital. That's my first mind. I don't wait for ambulances. You feel me? I run out. Motherfucker, he freeze, get in. I'm like, man, you shot me, man. I ain't did nothing. You know what I'm saying? He stood over me. I'm on the ground. He like, turn around, roll over. I roll over looking at him. He's standing over me with the pistol in my face. I'm like, man. I'm like, what? I'm like, man, you shot me. I ain't got nothing. What you shoot me for? And he was just like, he looked at me and then he just dropped the gun in. I'm talking about sprinted, bruh. His little fat ass is just digging. Nigga, I'm not finna stay on this ground. Niggas choppers flying. This motherfucking, I'm talking about at least 100 police out here, bro. I jump up and run too. I run up to the Dinky house. She's a G.O. lady. You know what I'm saying? The homie mama. Little homie mama. You feel me? I run to Dinky's. I'm like, I'm hit. I'm shot. She like, you shot? Call the ambulance. I'm like, hell no. She like, I'm like, you call the ambulance. Then you call them. She like, yeah, call the police. I'm like, police is outside. They the one shot me. She like, what? I'm like, don't tell them motherfuckers nothing. Like, she like, so she like, boom, they give me, they doing all kind of shit to me. We don't know what to do. We tying it up, da-da-da. And then after so long, they was like, you got to go to ambulance. This shit won't stop. You feel me? And so that was like, fuck it.
You didn't pass out or nothing? I'm pretty sure a lot of blood don't came out.
I hadn't passed out. Yeah,
you was just all on adrenaline.
Yeah. I passed out right when I got in the motherfucking, on the dolly, and they was rolling me up into the hospital that they docked and yanking me out the back of the ambulance. I remember looking and the police walked up and grabbed my hands. They was marking me for powder burns. You feel me? And I'm like, what's that for? I'm like, what the fuck? You feel me? I can't breathe. Then I just went out, bruh. I woke up. I was handcuffed to a bed, nigga. I was asleep. I woke up. I got like 4 white men sitting right here, bruh, in my bed. Like, they all in here. I'm like, what's going on? They're like, you know what's going on. You've been booked for attempted murder, police officer tried to kill us out there. I was like, man, what you talking about? Went like this. Bro, they got me handcuffed to the bed. I'm like, oh, man, ain't this about a bitch, man? I don't know what y'all talking about, man. Like, nah. Yeah, all right. Whatever you say. You going to jail, blah, blah, blah. And then from there, they shipped my ass to jail, bro. I was in that motherfucker in a wheelchair. You feel me? So...